The AIIMS in the capital continues to work in manual mode for a week now. After a hack attack crashed the server-based system, investigators suspect a terror angle and foreign conspiracy behind the cyber attack on the country's premier medical institution. According to sources, the MHA's high-level meeting with NIA officials has concluded. Two system analysts have been suspended by AIIMS after being served a show-cause notice for allegedly dereliction of duty. Police have denied reports that hackers asked for 200 crore in cryptocurrency as ransom to restore the system at the All India Institute of Medical Sciences in New Delhi on the 23rd of November. From a system of online appointments to billing and sharing of reports with patients and between departments, almost all services are online at the institute, like most of the other hospitals, and they have been severely impacted at this particular time. Rakesh, my colleague, is joining us on the broadcast to talk more about this. Rakesh, एक टेरर एंगल का इसको पर्सपेक्टिव दिया जा रहा है, पर साथ ही साथ पुलिस ने ये कह दिया कि 200 करोड़ रुपए की मांग किसी ने नहीं की है. ये गलत है इन्फॉर्मेशन, पर अभी ये भी पता नहीं लग पा रहा है राकेश, ये किस तरीके से हुआ है, किसने किया है और उनकी क्या मंशा थी.
देखिए, ये जो सूत्रों के हवाले से जो खबर है उसके मुताबिक एम्स के सर्वर हैकिंग जो मामला है वो काफी गंभीर है और गृह मंत्रालय में जो उच्च स्तरीय बैठक हुई थी इसमें आपने देखा था कि आईबी के सीनियर अधिकारी, एम्स के एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन से जुड़े हुए अधिकारी, एनआईसी के अधिकारी, एनआईए के वरिष्ठ अधिकारी, दिल्ली पुलिस और एमएचए के सीनियर ऑफिशियल इसमें शामिल थे. लगातार जिस तरह से एम्स का सर्वर ठप है और ये एजेंसियों की माने जो सूत्र बता रहे हैं कि एजेंसियां इसे गंभीरता से ले रही हैं क्योंकि इसका मकसद साफ तौर पर कहीं न कहीं, क्योंकि इसमें वीवीआईपी के इलाज होते हैं, उनके सारे हेल्थ डेटा यहाँ होते हैं, तो ऐसी स्थिति में इस तरह से हैकिंग का, सर्वर हैकिंग का जो कोशिश जो किया गया है उसमें मामला गंभीर है और सूत्र बता रहे हैं कि जल्द ही इस पूरे मसले को लेकर एनआईए की जांच सौंपी जा सकती है, क्योंकि ये मामला जिस तरह से जो एक्सटॉर्शन की बात है, जिस तरह से भले ही जो है इसको खारिज किया गया है, लेकिन सूत्र जो है एजेंसियां, जांच एजेंसियां इसे सारी एंगल से जांच कर रही हैं और इस पूरे मसले को लेकर जल्दी जो है एनआईए को जांच सौंपा जा सकता है.
राकेश, इस जानकारी के लिए आपका धन्यवाद. साइबर एक्सपर्ट मिस्टर पवन दुग्गल is also joining us on the broadcast. Mr. Dugal, I hope you can hear me.
I can hear you, sir.
Mr. Dugal, right now there seems to be a mystery as to what really happened. In your best estimate, what are we looking at here? A lot of people are terming it as a terror attack and whatnot. But what is your analysis of the situation? Because it's quite severe in terms of, the people's lives at risk here.
It's possibly the biggest and the most severe ransomware attack on any health sector enterprise in India since the time of our independence. It's definitely not severe, it's on a very severe category. The reason for this is, so severe is the attack on AIIMS that even after 7 days, we have still not been able to go back and restore from the backup of data. We don't even know whether the backup of data is existing or not. And it's a very, very excruciatingly slow journey back to normalcy. It could take weeks, it could take months, because this is a huge attack. And they're asking 200 crore rupees. Is only telling you one instance that they have now got the sensitive personal data of former prime ministers, of the ministers, of politicians, of bureaucrats, of judges. And now all these people are now suddenly, by one stroke of this ransomware attack, under potential threat of becoming a victim of cybercrimes. Because these people's sensitive personal data, including health data, is now in the hands of cyber criminals. So not only is this data going to be sold, but these people could even be individually targeted. Further, India appears to be a lame duck as far as our response to cybersecurity breaches like these is concerned. And the reason for that is not far defined. As a nation, we have done almost nothing on cybersecurity that we ought to have been doing. India still doesn't have any dedicated law on cybersecurity. We have no legal provisions on ransomware. The existing Information Technology Act 2000, despite legally defining cybersecurity, has only got cosmetic provisions and hasn't got any substantive provisions on cybersecurity. India's National Cybersecurity Policy 2013 has remained a mere paper tiger, and India is now working on a new draft national cybersecurity strategy. Now, the time for strategy is long gone. It's time that you have to come up with very effective legal frameworks, and also you have to have in place standard operating procedures so that the rights, duties and responsibilities of various stakeholders in the digital ecosystem in the context of these ransomware attacks and other cyber attacks needs to be defined holistically so that people need to be more prepared. Ultimately, we have to come back to the basics. We will have to start inculcating cybersecurity as a way of life. These are now the new normals. In fact, in my recent book, New Cyber World Order Post-COVID-19, I have argued that these kind of cyber attacks and cybersecurity breaches will become the new normal. And as such, if that is a position, we have to be now prepared, because every 11 seconds, one company is becoming a victim of a ransomware attack. And therefore, we have to now incorporate elements of cyber resilience.
Mr. Duggal, what kind of a Pandora's box has this particular incident opened? You know, our vulnerabilities are perhaps exposed, and this is going to give, you know, a lot of ideas to other people who perhaps, you know, are looking for opportunities to cause harm to us in different ways.
India, unfortunately, appears to be vulnerable from a variety of angles. A variety of state and non-state actors are targeting India, and logically so, because people are not happy with the way India is growing and India is progressing to become an IT superpower. So the best way to go and derail India's progress is to target its critical information infrastructure. And what better than the health information infrastructure? Because now suddenly, imagine, all those crores of people whose data is gone currently have not even been notified that your data has been stolen. And once that's going to be notified, it's going to further usher in a wave of panic and fear all across. As a nation, I think we need to do far, far more, because on cyber security, we have only been giving lip service. Look at the cyber security of governmental networks. It gets actually fallen every second day or the other. More significantly, let's remember in March 2022, we saw the Oil India ransomware attack in Assam. Now that's taken place, and until now, normalcy is not restored back. It's now only a question of time, how much time it's going to take. But I think all stakeholders must be now prepared for months of effort rather than just weeks, because this is huge data. And this data can potentially even be used for the purposes of targeting the sovereignty, security and integrity of India, upon from being an effort to trying to destabilize the public order in the Indian context.
Right, Mr. Duggal, appreciate you joining us. Definitely a very, very precarious and a dangerous situation, not only for AIIMS, but all those other authorities perhaps that are not shielding themselves against this kind of a cyber attack. Right, former ACP Mr. Ved Bhushan joins us on the program to talk more about this. Mr. Ved Bhushan, अगर आप मेरी आवाज़ सुन पा रहे हैं?
Yes, very well.
सर, क्या टिप्पणी करना चाहेंगे आप? एम्स में जो चल रहा है अभी, ये खतरनाक होने के साथ साथ एक कमजोरी भी दर्शाता है, उसके बारे में क्या किया जा सकता है?
देखिए, जो कैपिंग होनी चाहिए, जिस तरह से ये हुआ है, इससे रेयर है। इंडिया में पहली बार हुआ है, दूसरे कंट्रीज में, यूरोप में, अमेरिकन कंट्रीज में बड़े लार्ज स्केल पर हैकिंग होती रही, डाटा की थेफ्ट होती रही है। इसके लिए बेस्ट वे यही है कि जो हम अपने जो प्रोटेक्ट किस तरह से कर पाएं, अपने सिस्टम को कैसे प्रोटेक्शन कर पाएं, उसके लिए तमाम तरह के सॉफ्टवेयर, तमाम तरह के गैजेट बड़े लेवल पर अवेलेबल हैं। अब चूंकि ये पहली बार हुआ है, तो इसलिए अभी सब लोगों की निगाह एकदम से चौंक गए। पूरा सिस्टम हमारा हाईजैक हो गया है, उसका सारे पेशेंट, सारा सिस्टम एकदम से बिल्कुल पुराने सिस्टम पर आ गया, जो कि अब संभव नहीं है। तो इसलिए तमाम जो इस तरह की, जहाँ पर इस तरह की एजेंसीज हैं, जहाँ पर बड़े लेवल पर डाटा होता है, तो डाटा प्रोटेक्शन के लिए मेजर स्टेप्स लिए जाने की जरूरत है। अदरवाइज इस तरह की चीजें और भी होती रहेंगी। जो मेलवेयर अटैक्स हैं दूसरे कंट्रीज से, रशिया से और दूसरे कंट्रीज से अक्सर होते रहते हैं, पर ये रेयरेस्ट है। पहली बार इतने बड़े लेवल पर जो हुआ है, वो सभी के लिए एक चौंकाने वाला है। और कई दिन से पूरा सिस्टम एम्स का पैरालाइज्ड है, और होपफुली कि अब सारी चीजें धीरे धीरे रिकवर हो रही हैं। बट इट्स ए वार्निंग, इट्स ए अर्ली वार्निंग फॉर अस टू प्रोटेक्ट आवर डाटा एवरीवेयर इन एवरी इंस्टीट्यूशन। और ये तो एम्स से था, यदि आर्मी का फोर्सेज है, उनके काम से एक चैलेंज है, जिस तरह से डाटा काम करना तो बहुत बड़ा एक चैलेंज होगा अपने आप में।
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.